Hello.
Good evening. Welcome to MasterCast episode
15.
15.
Took me a minute.
Big 1-5.
It's not that big.
Yeah.
So this week,
It's been an odd one.
it's not, so the, we got our first look at Sonic this week, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Have you seen this, Paul? I think maybe you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, it will probably, whether or not I'll do one of those 5-image thumbnails or just a normal thumbnail. Either way, Sonic will definitely be in the thumbnail. Although, I wouldn't advise you to go and look at it because you'll be scarred for life. But just there is an image of his full body. I'll probably use the promo image where it's mostly just his head and upper body.
Just why?
So, I did consider doing an episode about like video game movies, but then I was like, I haven't seen any, so that would be a bit of a rubbish.
Also, the standard for them?
Yeah, well,
pretty fucking low.
So, I don't know how anyone thought this was a good idea. To miss the mark this much is an achievement, to be honest.
Let's put it like this. Sonic has been going downhill for years in terms of game quality.
I thought this might be the one thing that would like kind of get me into Sonic. Like, if this is good, I might actually quite like the Sonic movie. But no.
No.
There's just so much wrong with it.
There's everything wrong with it.
I mean, first of all, the muscles, which when there was the first silhouette image a while back, and the muscles were... Why is he so muscular? Why did you make his arms blue? Sonic doesn't have blue arms. Why did you replace the white gloves and just make him have white hands? The fur on his hands be white. Why can't he just wear gloves? Why would you change Sonic's shoes to be Nike trainers?
Because Nike...
Why did you... Why?
Nike would give them that cash money.
But...
The only way I'd accept that...
why?
The only way I'd accept that with the Nike shoes is if they looked like Sonic's original shoes and just had a giant big Nike tick on them.
But they don't. They're just Nike shoes.
Yeah, I know.
So, why can Hollywood just not make blue CGI characters look good anymore? First the genie, now this.
It's going downhill.
Yeah.
Imagine what Avatar 2
The Smurfs.
Well, Smurfs aren't that hard.
Yeah, but they still look shit.
Yeah.
You know...
God, they peaked at Avatar with blue characters. They peaked at Avatar.
The Blue Man Group. Must be.
And they're actual people.
Yeah.
And they look better than half the blue shit that Hollywood's coming out with.
Because they're actual people.
Because they're people and they just put blue stuff on.
So,
just the Sonic is just disappointing.
It's just, the fact that you've got that and then you're like, Detective Pikachu looks good. Why couldn't you just do it like Detective Pikachu's doing? Why do you have to make it look shit?
Because you know what they've done? They've actually made the Pokemon.
They've looked at the Pokemon characters and gone, okay, let's just make them look photoreal. So yeah, maybe people didn't think that Pikachu was necessarily a furry character, but it still looks like Pikachu.
How can he not be a furry character? He's an electric mouse.
He's a mouse?
Well, yeah, kind of. That's the aesthetic they go for. Electric mouse.
Yeah, but like Jigglypuff, people were like, oh, why is Jigglypuff furry? But it still looks like Jigglypuff. Now, granted...
The perfect example of photorealistic would be Charizard.
Charizard does look fucking great.
Charizard is a dragon.
Now, granted, Sonic does have a somewhat disproportionate body in terms of live action. So, you know, a bit of leeway in terms of proportion. I didn't think the muscles in the more muscular body was inherently a bad idea.
No, because you've got to say, like, oh yeah, he's got to be able to run somewhere.
But, although surely he'd have more of a
marathon runner's body.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe sprinter's body.
Mo Farah's not massively muscular, is he?
Mo Farah or Usain Bolt. Someone.
Well, no, because Usain Bolt is short distance.
Yeah, but still.
Farah's long distance, and surely Sonic would be long. The point is
speed or distance.
The point is just everything about this together. I mean, I don't necessarily think making the arms blue was an inherently bad idea. But everything together, this looks
not like Sonic.
Bad. Just bad. Just bad.
Embrace the batshit nature that is Sonic the Hedgehog, and it'll be a decent movie.
Hey, Paul.
What?
You want to know a fun thing that we like to talk about on MasterCast? It's time for another weekly segment of the podcast. It's not the ASMR segment. It's the weekly Captain Marvel section. Because the more Captain Marvel controversy, why not? So there's
I can't wait to watch this film and get it.
Next week we'll have our Captain, and then I don't care what happened. We're not talking about it. We probably will. Let's be honest.
So done with it.
She's in Endgame, so she ain't.
For fuck's sake.
I just want it to be sort of good. I think it'll be just fine.
I want it to redeem Brie Larson's fucking appalling.
To be fair, I did see a thing someone had put on Twitter at the _master_cast. Brie Larson. Jennifer Lawrence is what would happen if you sucked all the personality out of Brie Larson. And it made me chuckle because I hate Jennifer Lawrence. And I think she looks dead all the time.
Oh, she does look dead.
She always looks so unhappy. Like, she just looks fucking miserable. And I know it's kind of a sexist thing where it's like men telling women to smile more. You've got that with the first Captain Marvel trailer. And I'm not advocating sexism here. But, come on.
J-Lo, please.
It's like I was looking for a Black Widow image to put in one of the thumbnails when we were talking about Black Widow not being rated R, and I found a promotional image for, I think it was Age of Ultron, where Scarlett Johansson just looked unhappy. Sent it to my sister, and even she was like, yeah, she does look pretty miserable. So,
chin up, love.
Yeah. So, anyway, Captain Marvel controversy. There's been a thing. Basically, it's Captain Marvel versus Alita Battle Angel. You can't like both. You got to choose a side. You got to boycott Captain Marvel because feminism and girl. Which I saw a thing.
Where's this come from?
White men.
What?
Well, this was on mainly Twitter. But then I was watching, I briefly looked at a review of Captain Marvel that it was a video, I didn't really listen to it much because I was scrolling through the comments. And the comments were either, I'm going to go see Alita, or I'll go with a real Captain Marvel on April 5th or whatever, which is when Shazam comes out.
Okay.
There was another Shazam trailer, wasn't there? We haven't really this was officially trailer 2, even though there's been a load of stuff since the first trailer.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But the kind of needle drop for this one was Eminem's My Name Is.
Okay, I need to give this one a look.
It's a decent trailer. This looks fun. I genuinely might go and see Shazam. I personally... I just want to see the trench. Anyway.
Stop.
So the comments were either don't support Captain Marvel, support Alita. I'm going to go see Shazam. There was one comment that was like, I've seen it. Worst MCU movie to date. If this is the future of the MCU, then it's going down the drain. There's no reference to when this person saw it, so they definitely didn't. And all the comments were like, have you seen Thor: The Dark World?
Got a point now.
Yeah. But so I saw a thing on Twitter, Trilby Reviews. He's very, he's mostly a Doctor Who guy on YouTube. Yeah, but he put a thing. He was like, I think this the Captain Marvel vs. Alita thing shows that people don't mind having women in media, but only in very small amounts. So he brought up
we're feeling like we're being feminist.
He was like, no, you can have women, but you can only have Captain Marvel or Alita. You can't have both.
Oh, that's not good.
And he brought up the example of like when Jodie was cast as the Doctor. People were like, why do we need a female? We've got Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know when that ended, Paul?
No.
2003. Why do we need a new... We've got Ellen Ripley and Sarah Connor from 30 years ago. We've already got them. Why do we need more female? We don't need... We've already got females. So why do we need more? Because that's how logic works, apparently.
Don't complain as long as they're done well. If they're not done well, then complain.
It's just... The thing, for me, as soon as you start using buzzwords like SJW... and NPC and other buzzwords, I can't think of any off the top of my head. You start moaning about the fact that Marvel are making a film about Captain Marvel, and there's no like legitimate criticisms of the character or the content or whatever. You're basically just outing yourself as a sexist in my eyes. I don't care about your opinion.
If you critique the film,
that is what pisses me off when people use buzzwords as their argument, like shill. SJW, I've already mentioned. This was very much the type of thing I saw in the Doctor Who Series 11 discussion. Which,
mansplaining, feminist,
mansplaining
taking over.
But like, those buzzwords, when you start using those in your argument, it ceases to be an argument, and you just...
And if you realise why people
it's petty and immature.
Anymore, because it's just...
And I don't care about what you have to say, because you can't use, like, words... like actual descriptive words. You can't. You just resort to buzzwords, and that pisses me off.
If there's genuine criticism to be said of this film, say it.
And I think there will be.
If there's not,
but is woman.
Is woman.
No,
it's not criticism. When someone says Captain Marvel, I actually think of Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
The female version of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Say, you're not a true comic fan though. Fuck off. Yeah.
Sorry for only discovering those characters at a time when Shazam was called Shazam. Speaking of Shazam, who's from DC News, The Suicide Squad, the sort of sequel to Suicide Squad, but not really, because everything is different because it's done by James Gunn, who's an actual competent filmmaker. Guess who's not going to be in The Suicide Squad?
Would it be Will Smith?
It would indeed be Will Smith.
Who's going to replace him?
Do you know? Or is that a rhetorical question?
I have seen a thing on the Instagrams.
Well,
and it's
I don't think it's
the whitest Asgardian from the rumour thing that I saw on Instagram.
It's not been confirmed. It's I think it is that he's in final talks. But before we just mention this, the Suicide Squad as a concept, it's a team of basically it's a group of bad guys, and the Suicide Squad was formed out of bad guys because they're expendable. And if they die, oh well, they're bad guys. So that's why we're going to recast Deadshot. Just get... Why? But why would you... No. I thought you were better than this, James. Anyway, so apparently Idris Elba's going to be the new Deadshot.
The whitest Asgardian.
No, he's the
whitest Asgardian.
Why?
What?
Maybe.
Why the recast?
But also, I sort of think, and I very much agree with this, he'd be a damn good Bronze Tiger.
Oh.
But Bronze Tiger's not a character that people know from the comics, not well known enough. So,
I'm sorry.
That's a shame, we'll just have him be Deadshot.
What about Katana? People didn't know who the fuck she was. What about Slipknot?
Yeah, but Katana.
Wow.
This is Katana. She's got my back.
Her soul.
Her soul.
Her sword
traps the soul of its victims. Adabah is not getting killed by... No. I've done it. The point is, Katana has no character.
The stench of death.
I fucking hate Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I actually hate that version of Harley Quinn.
Oh.
Hashtag not my Harley Quinn.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You just want the one out of the Arkham games.
That's sarcasm. I want the one out of Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
Not the rest of them.
Right.
No, I just want like a good Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And Margot Robbie's not a good Harley. I mean, if you like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, that's fine. But also, like that version of Harley Quinn specifically is just like now the default version of Harley Quinn, and that irritates me because every time I look at that, I think of Suicide Squad and how much I hate it.
Okay. So,
as long as Captain Boomerang comes back, I'll be happy. I probably won't see it anyway.
Captain Boomerang coming back.
Aha!
I hate myself.
That's hot.
That's
hot.
So, apparent recast of Deadshot, Idris Elba.
Harley Quinn's not going to be in the Suicide Squad, I don't think. She's too busy in Birds of Prey and not the Harley and Joker movie because that isn't happening either, and maybe she's in Gotham City Sirens, but who cares about that because David A. is doing that and he did Suicide Squad. Although we only did a bit of Suicide Squad because the rest of it was done by Warner Brothers executives and people who their job is literally to edit trailers. They gave this movie to a company that edits trailers. What?
Jonny, calm.
Also, it ruined Killer Croc. One of the most underrated Batman villains. All right, Killer Croc is so cool. Why did the DC films ruin all my favourite characters, Paul? They ruined Killer Croc. They ruined Cyborg.
You quite done?
They ruined Joker.
Stop
I don't even like Joker that much. I think he's kind of overrated, but it's still bad. Their Alfred was pretty good though. I quite like the Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
But they ruined Cyborg. And I'll never forgive them for that.
Yeah, I figured that would happen eventually.
What else happened this week?
Game of Thrones.
Well, not yet. There's still other stuff. Oh, more DC news!
Is there?
DC TV.
Arrow.
It was officially announced that Arrow Season 8 will be its last. It'll be coming back at fall this year, end of this year, with a run of 10 episodes, and then it's going to be ending. Mm-hmm. They've also said that the crossover event this year, which is, I think it is Crisis on Infinite Earths. No. I think, yeah. No, they did Invasion was the first crossover. Then they did Crisis on Earth X. Then they did Elseworlds. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's Crisis on Infinite. Well, yeah. Anyway, the point is they said that was gonna there's gonna be serious consequences and basically that people will die. So basically, Arrow's gonna die in the crossover. That's basically confirmed it because they have about 10 episodes before the crossover of a series. So. But Arrow's finally ending.
To be honest, I kind of forgot it existed.
Which, to be fair, had a good one, you know?
Yeah. From what I've heard, it's been pretty good.
And I don't think it can... You know, I've sometimes kind of been a bit like the CW shows are all a bit the same, and they're not. But I don't think it can really be understated how influential Arrow has been for superhero media on television.
Mm.
I think.
It has been very, very important.
And whilst it has kind of been outclassed by shows such as Daredevil and some would argue Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it was the first, basically. Well, it was the first of the kind of modern age of superheroes. Because there have always been superhero TV shows.
It moved on from the kind of goofy comic cartoon.
But this one pioneered modern superhero TV.
As we know it. So
you know, it was this...
Props to them.
And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a rough start. Arrow kind of hit the ground running, and
good on them.
You know, the fact that it had a dodgy season 3 and a pretty much unanimously agreed shit season 4, and it's managed this long.
Well done.
And it's launched its own universe, which is, some could argue, more expansive than the MCU. It's definitely longer than the MCU by a fair way, because it's a TV series.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, actual watch time. So... I mean, at times it did become too much of a Batman show for its own good. Like that entire season where the main villain was Ra's al Ghul, and Oliver became the heir to the demon or whatever.
Lovely.
But that's ending. And possibly to make way for the Batwoman show that is coming, because they are making a Batwoman series.
Oof.
But who knows? I think it's a good time for it to end. I'm fairly sure Clark Gregg mentioned about, as far as he sees it, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7 will be its last. Gotham Season 5 is the last. That's the current one. That's the last season, and I think it's good for a show to have an end point and know.
Yeah.
So it can wrap up everything and give a satisfying conclusion. They did a Constantine show in 2015 on NBC or something.
I didn't hear about that.
Which only got one season. Basically ended on a massive cliffhanger, then didn't get renewed. Now that version of Constantine got folded into the Arrowverse retrospectively.
Mm-hmm.
But
Constantine is a very interesting character in the comics.
And he's now basically... He's a member of Legends of Tomorrow, but they never got to finish that. So I think it's good for a show, especially these types of shows, to have a definitive point where it's like, yeah, that's it. That's the end. And this was very much... This wasn't like a Daredevil or an Iron Fist. Well, that's cancelled then. This was a... and especially like it's returning for 10 episodes and that's it. I think that there'll definitely be a sense of finality to those 10 episodes.
Do you know what this is a great segue onto?
What?
Game of Thrones.
Let's just check if there's anything else, because I feel like we'll be talking about Game of Thrones for a while. Or at least Paul will, because Paul really wants to... Oh, there's a little thing about Cillian Murphy being the next James Bond, but
Oh, we'll... Right, okay. One thing about Cillian Murphy being James Bond, demised though. Demised.
He's not... I mean, the next Bond movie, which supposedly Rami Malek is in talks to be the villain. Rami
Malek being a villain for James Bond. I could see it.
Yeah, which will have Daniel Craig, even though last time he acted like a petty child. Or was that the time before Spectre? I don't know. The point is, this one is going to have Daniel Craig, and then Cillian Murphy will be Bond after him. It's like, what? Why?
Cillian Murphy being Bond?
Maybe. I think he might be a sort of out of left field pick that eventually will be pretty good, but...
Yeah, I mean, I've no doubt...
Cillian Murphy's doing fine.
No doubt
I think
he's a great actor and could do the role.
Shall I pour you some more tea?
If you wouldn't mind, sir. But...
ASMR.
Oh, God.
ASMR. ASMR. How tingly. Somewhat more splashy than I expected. Anyway, what were you saying?
I was saying that Cillian Murphy's Bond is not someone I would have thought of first, so it is a very much a out of left field pick.
I mean, honestly, I thought it was going to be Chris Marshall.
Whomst is that?
Oh, never mind.
Okay, but...
Chris Marshall, he is the guy from Death in Paradise. He's the tall, blonde one. Kind of funny looking. Google him.
Yeah.
I make that joke because he was like the rumoured... Everyone thought he was going to be the 13th Doctor. And then obviously he wasn't.
I think Google's done that scary thing where it listened. Because I typed in Chris and it came up with Martial Death in Paradise.
Oh my god, there, him.
As a doctor, maybe, but as a Bond, no.
No, well, I didn't seriously mean him as Bond. It was a joke. It was
Look at that face.
Anyway, you was what? It's
right. I don't know if I could properly see him being the suave secret spy man. If he is, I have no doubt it'll grow on me.
Yeah.
But that's what I think.
I don't really care for Bond movies. I kind of feel like eventually one day I might watch all the Bond films, but probably not. So
you should.
So
you should. It is a laugh.
Especially the bad ones.
No, just anything Sean Connery.
So
good.
No, but I mean like all the Bond films.
Okay. You're gonna watch Thunderball twice.
Anyway, apart from that, we don't really have. Although, don't worry, I know we're only about 25 minutes in. Paul wants to talk about Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones! Game of Thrones Season 8 trailer has dropped and oh my god.
I'm just going to go for a quick nap here.
Oh my god, it looks so good. It's so good. Right, I also love the fact that this is stemming on from Arrow before. They did say Season 8.
Oh yeah, this is the final.
Final one. This many episodes, and they're all going to be like 2 hours long.
Oh shit, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, it's going to be like mini films.
They're longer than normal films. Like, they're not mini films.
It's just going to be like the MCU. Just in one season. And you know what? That would do me fine. Because, holy bejesus, everything looks great. Okay, first off, there's dragons.
Oh, they're always dragons.
But this time, there are dragons in the snowy bit.
That means nothing to me. I'm sure it's very exciting.
The dragons in the north, they fly over Winterfell and Sansa just goes, what in the fuck is that?
Which one's she?
She's the ginger one.
The Jean Grey one who can't act?
Yes, she's that.
Okay.
But her in Game of Thrones is actually, like, kind of good.
Because she can do one thing and it's her in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue!
It's kind of like the Harry Potter effect. Like, she's grown up doing that. She's fucking good at it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's Jon and Daenerys, and then
sex.
They're going to do the sex. They've already done the sexes. They're going to do more of the sexes.
Oh, that's what I love about Game of Thrones. Sex.
Jaime Lannister is now at the wall. He's ditched the Lannister forces.
Is that Iwan Rahayon?
What?
No, it's not, is it?
Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, Iwan Rahayon. He was the guy. Didn't he cut off someone's penis?
What?
This is how little I know my goes. He was the one that everyone hated, but not the one who got poisoned. The one after that.
Ramsay Bolton.
Him.
Ramsay Bolton.
Him.
Okay. Yeah, he did cut off someone's penis.
Yeah, he cut off someone's penis.
Yeah. Okay.
I told you.
Okay, and then my person.
Game of Thrones. I know the essentials.
There's going to be the big battle at Winterfell. Arya Stark starts it off with just saying, "I've seen many faces of death."
Is Arya Stark Maisie Williams?
Maisie Williams.
But he hate her.
Okay, but her and Game of Thrones is actually kind of cool.
But no.
Yeah, but it's like kind of the same effect as just like Game of Thrones, pretty good.
But she ruins Doctor Who.
Yes, okay. She ruined Peter Capaldi for you. I'm sorry.
No one could ruin Peter Capaldi. Well,
she
at
did
least
a damn
she didn't
good
ruin Cyborg.
Okay. So her whole shtick is, I'm basically a secret silent assassin now. You don't fuck with me, you'll die.
Isn't she blind?
She was blind.
And now she's not.
No, she's not blind.
What?
There was like kind of some potion magic-y type thing that made her blind to complete some of her training. So basically, now she can fight in complete and total darkness.
What?
Because like echolocation or some bullshit.
Oh, so she went from having normal eyes to normal vision to no vision to fucking nocturnal
Daredevil.
vision.
She's Daredevil, but
Right.
with eyes now.
Right.
Okay, it's stupid, batshit broken. She's cool. She starts it off with saying, "I've seen many faces of death before," because she believes in the The one thing about Game of Thrones is religions. There's the Faith of the Seven, which is bullshit. The Faith, because they do, like, the Seven do nothing. The Seven Baylor got blown up in the giant green fiery explosion that looks so gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the Lord of Light, which has actually done the most kind of stuff. So, if anything's going to be proven true, it's probably that one. And it's probably also going to be the same as the God of Death, who has many faces. Because he's part of the faceless men, or women. She's a woman.
I'm not. I'm not trying to be.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but this is totally just washing.
Yeah. Okay. And then she's interested to see this face of death, and like I have a feeling like she's going to try and 1v1 the Night King.
Oh.
Because it's Arya. Just fuck it.
He's the big blue guy, right?
He's the big blue guy.
He's got like a scrotum face.
Darth Maul, but blue.
He's got like a scrotum face.
Yeah, he kind of does. But he's also got little kind of horny things.
Yeah, he's a White Walker, right?
He's the White Walker.
Bit racist, but
Well, if you say White Walker, but they're all kind of blue.
Right.
Right, okay. Basically, looks cool. The Unsullied look fucking great, and they're all marching in the snow, which is quite a contrast considering they've gone from one extreme, i.e. a desert, to the other extreme, i.e. the fucking north. And then the highlight of this trailer for me
was when the Bud Knight appeared.
Hey. The motherfucking
Bud Knight?
Golden Company.
Was it a good version of Cyborg?
Yes.
Oh my god, I need to watch Game of Thrones right now!
Right, okay. So, there's like, this is the one I put on my story. It's the...
I didn't see this, I don't remember this.
It's the Iron Fleet returning from Essos, and it cuts to a shot on one of the ships, and it's full of just rows upon rows of soldiers clad in gold.
I might have seen that, I didn't really take it in
because
I don't care.
Do you want to know what? They're badass, and apparently...
They can kill Cybermen.
Apparently, they have elephants.
Elephants?
Yes. Elephants.
Still only counts as one.
References! No. Apparently they have elephants, and if they get elephants in this,
What would you give it your excitement out of 10?
11.
I knew you were going to go more than 10. I thought you'd go more than 11, but I knew it'd be
I
higher
didn't
than
want to
10.
be a complete dickhead.
Well,
it's
you just went
basically
for the basic bitch chocolate.
It's basically like 20 and above. That's how
nice.
excited I am for this.
So
I'm so excited for it.
I know.
They're all going to be 2 hours long. You're not going to hear.
See, that just seems too long.
You're not going to hear from me for so long. I'm going to be a little like, oh my god! I'm so pumped. So pumped. Jamie's going to be head of the night. So
you're going to be like that girl who pissed herself because she was playing Fortnite for some. Her parents found her in like a pool of her own urine because she was playing Fortnite for so long and just didn't move. So she just pissed herself. This was like last year when Fortnite was massive.
I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom every 2 seconds because I can't fucking contain myself. But, right, I'm so psyched. Jamie's going to be head of the Night's Watch. Cersei's going to get fucking wrecked. Sandor's probably going to get over his fear of fire. The Mountain's going to finally die. The Golden Company going to kick ass. Euron, I hope he dies. Even though
I don't mind. I don't know how much of our audience particularly watch Game of Thrones, actually.
I don't care.
Well, I can tell that you don't care. Well, it's just...
I like it.
I know you like it.
I really like it.
I know you really like it.
I want the Game of Thrones with this.
Anyway! That was bloody loud, wasn't it?
Go watch Game of Thrones, it's cool.
So, because there wasn't particularly much happening this week, and we've still got some time to kill,
Game of Thrones.
I came up with a kind of a backup plan for when, because there wasn't much to talk about. We're going to have to do more of these, because sometimes there's just not enough. I mean, I see things like the week and I'm like, should I mention that? Nah. and then I'll move
Oh,
on.
wait a minute, I've got another thing
Oh,
to
what
say.
have you got another thing?
The anthem.
Oh, you want to talk about Anthem?
Before we go on to the little kind of segment that we improvised, if any of you care about video games, which I doubt at this point because we've become more films.
There was a thing this week about single-player games, apparently, something about EA basically saying that single-player gaming was dead, even though it's just not. God of War sales and Spider-Man PS4 sales and, sales of single-player games in recent memory has shown that that's just not true.
Okay, that's actually quite an old statement that have come to bite EA in the ass so hard, because they...
Kind of only surfaced this week, though, that I saw. But...
Yeah, it's more of a point proof than just like, oh, how's your games as a service going? You've got loot boxes banned in Belgium. It's looking like it'll follow that throughout the entirety of Europe. Anthem is just a piece of shit now. Okay, it's tanked as hard as Fallout 76.
Ooh, dearie me.
Yes.
Did we expect anything else less, really?
Do you want to...
Really?
Do you want to hear about some, context for kind of shit releases?
I did hear that Anthem has been literally breaking PlayStation 4s.
That has been another thing that's happening because
of how shit it is.
It's a gorgeous game. It is gorgeous.
And that's it.
That's pretty much it. It's like a really shallow pond, but it looks really fucking nice.
Very good. You were saying?
For context that you'd know, do you know how Destiny had a shit release?
Yes, I do know that.
This is UK-based figures. Physical copies.
Yeah.
A tenth of what Destiny's done. This is Destiny 1. A tenth.
Is that Destiny in total or Destiny on release? It's got to be in total though, because
it may be in total.
Probably in
it
total.
May be on release.
How would you quantify on release? First weekend?
It may be up until this point, comparatively.
Yeah.
Physical copies, a tenth of what Destiny's done.
Wow.
That's a low bar.
I don't really remember Destiny's release, but I know that it was bad.
It was shit. And then Mass Effect Andromeda, it's a fifth of what Mass Effect Andromeda did, and that was... God, that was...
bad.
That was atrocious.
That became a fucking meme. It was so bad.
It was so awful. And one thing you do have to take in mind is it has shifted to more towards digital sales.
Yeah.
But there's no way. There is no way
that it's leveled it out.
No, it just can't. It's just,
who cares?
So bad. And the games as a service thing, it's all right when done properly. Because I've started getting into Warframe now.
Yes,
which is a free to play, completely online, maybe slightly single player if you treat it that way. Grindy, intensive game, very much service based. It comes out monthly. You can pay to get stuff. You don't need to. If you don't pay, it is a grind. But that is done so well. As it's completely service based. Like content comes out every couple of months.
Yeah.
And it's done so well. It's got even a port on the Switch now.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the kind of games as a service model you want. But when you pay 60 quid for something, and then games as a service come up with microtransactions and loot boxes and pay for cosmetics and all that other shite, it just is awful. And the EA statement of single player games are just not viable. Oh no. No, EA.
You're just wrong.
You are so wrong. How many times does it have to be spelled out for you? Okay. God of War. Spider-Man.
What, 10 million copies that sold?
It was ridiculous.
It was incredible, the number of... It was one of the fastest... I think by the time it was done, it was like the most sold...
Most successful PS4
exclusive title.
Something like that. Red Dead 2.
Outclassed. God of War, RDR 2, which anytime I see RDR 2, I always see it R2D2, and I have to then... So I read it with R2D2 though, and that doesn't make... Oh, it's Red Dead Redemption 2, okay.
Yeah, right, okay. The single player of that gorgeous, stunning, sold incredibly well. The online aspect of that, shit hit the fan. It was awful.
For Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 online, awful. So
but
bad.
you didn't see much about that. I mean, I didn't really look into it much. But from what I saw, you only saw positive stuff about it because the single player was done so well.
Yeah, like the actual online was an afterthought. They're just like, we're not making this game for the online. We're making this game for the Red Dead. Red Dead is famous for its story.
Yeah.
And my God, it's good. Also, you've got to think, what have your games as a service done recently? Battlefront 2?
Perfect.
Oh, flawless.
Absolutely incredible.
Absolutely flawless.
I mean, personally, I haven't been on to play since Sonic and Skywalker was released, but I've been so busy, you know.
I've removed the game.
But absolutely flawless.
Flawless. What else has happened? Games as a service model. Oh, Fallout 76.
Fallout 76.
Beautiful.
Another one. I mean, I haven't played it myself, but, you know, circumstances, you know. You don't focus on the negatives.
Anthem.
I mean, who cares this breaking PS4 console? I want to have a PS4, not my problem. God damn, EA, you're
EA,
clever.
You've also released a statement, EA.
Oh dear, I don't want to hear it.
About how you say you don't agree with the Belgian authorities' interpretation of the Belgian law. Can you just stop, ponder that for a second? EA have made a public statement saying that they don't agree with an authority's interpretation of the authority's own law. Congratulations, EA, you played yourself.
So I had the idea this week because I wasn't much to talk about. Disney Plus. Like I said earlier, I was originally thinking of talking about maybe video game movies, but I don't know any, so that would have been a bit rubbish.
They're all crap.
Yes. So, we're going to talk about Disney Plus. And some of the things that we'd like to see from Disney Plus. I mean, I said 5 things, whether or not you've got 5, I don't even know if I've got 5. So we just got some suggestions of things we'd like to see, whether they be movies or TV shows or based on Marvel or Star Wars or Disney or Pixar or whatever. I was just like, it can be whatever, as long as it's not something that's been confirmed or rumoured. So no Mandalorian or Loki or Hawkeye series, even though it's not been confirmed, but it has been rumoured. So, hey, Paul, what's your first suggestion? We'll do back and forth. Frozone?
Yeah.
Like a Frozone series?
Yeah.
Ah!
I said you'd like it. I said... Right, it doesn't exclusively have to be Frozone, but I won the Incredibles universe when the Supers were in their heyday.
That is actually such a... That is a
when the Supers
idea.
were in their heyday.
Disney, we're... You want to hire us? Just give us a call.
Give us a bell. Give us a bell.
Yeah.
Because what the Incredibles 1 did was establish the fact that there is an ungodly quantity of superheroes.
And they all died because they all wore capes.
They died because...
Not cape!
They died because they wore capes, or they died because...
They were murdered by the Omnidroid.
Yeah. So... Maybe...
I have not seen The Incredibles in so long. I need to rewatch that.
Maybe a background to Syndrome's progression. You could influence that in some way.
Yeah.
Maybe something I'd like to see.
The Incredibles Universe of Supers, that is actually...
Good idea.
That is such a good idea.
Because you've got...
If you get Sam Jackson in for a couple of days to do some line readings of Syndrome
I'm sure he'd like it. Because
Sam Jackson's up for that.
Yeah, Sam Jackson's down for anything as long as it's fun. I think that's his MO now. Is it going to be fun?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
He doesn't care.
Right, because let's put it like that. You've established that there is an ungodly amount of superheroes, and there's stuff that they did, and that was just in Incredibles 1. Incredibles 2, you've seen some people who've grown up with the superheroes and the influence of them, and you've seen how they ended up. You've basically made the world building.
Yeah.
All you've got to do is do justice to it.
Yeah.
Because I think the pedigree set with The Incredibles and The Incredibles 2, people want to see it. People want to see more.
I'd watch that.
People want to see more of The Incredibles.
And also, I like the fact that you've gone straight for an animated thing. I don't know that any of my suggestions off the top of my head are particularly animated.
I mean, I can take or leave live action, but I am a complete and absolute sucker for animation done well.
Well, there you go.
It's just well done animation or well done live action. I am going to go with animation. I can't get enough of it. I love gorgeous shots in film, and I just feel like animation, you could just make it 10 times more beautiful.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god.
That is proper good. That's put my suggestion to shame. God damn.
Sorry.
This whole thing is defunct, isn't it?
You
couldn't have saved that one till last?
To make it up for it, I've literally got no other ones.
Okay. Well, so I had a bit of a think, and I've been getting back into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Been watching season 4 of that with Ghost Rider. Top-notch stuff. Top quality. Good Ghost Rider. Very good.
Very good Ghost Rider.
Good effects on the Ghost Rider as well.
I have seen that. I've seen the transitions between his face and his skull.
Robbie Reyes.
It's good.
And it's kind of unsettling as well, because it's like, that looks painful. That looks very painful.
He's just like...
It's like bits of it peel away.
Oh, God. It's so
anyway,
hideous,
so I was thinking, it's not actually a Ghost Rider series. I'd like to see Marvel's Most Wanted.
Marvel's Most Wanted.
Marvel's Most Wanted. Series 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They introduced the characters Lance Hunter, played by Nick Blood, and Bobby Morse, played by Adriana Palicki.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. Bobby is the one who works with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., isn't he?
Bobby's a female.
Bobby's a female.
Bobby. B-O-B-B-I.
I can't remember.
Bobby Morse. You mean in the comics? Bobby Morse is Mockingbird.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember.
Who's Hawkeye's wife in the comics. Now, obviously, you're not going to get that in the MCU, because Hawkeye already has a wife, and she's not a superhero.
And it's better that way.
Okay, bold statement.
Yeah,
but so they were introduced in Series 2. Mm-hmm. They left midway through Season 3 because they were going to get a spin-off on ABC called Marvel's Most Wanted. They filmed a pilot, as they do with most TV shows, and it never got picked up for a full series.
Yeah.
So it never happened. The way they leave Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of means they can't ever come back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to do Disney Plus and you're going to do MCU shows, why would you... I just think it'd be nice to see. Whether or not... I don't think it's particularly likely that we would see Marvel's Most Wanted, but I think if there was anywhere where it was going to happen, it would be on Disney Plus.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And also, and I think it would be... No, I'll get to that later. But you could include maybe some elements of that have appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that maybe didn't get touched upon as much. Or maybe you could use Most Wanted to kind of cross over with shows like Runaways or Cloak and Dagger in a way that maybe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. won't.
That could work.
But...
my one now.
Any... Well, off the top of your head.
I did think about one thing for Marvel. But then I just thought about it in relation to some of the other things that happened, and it wouldn't work.
What?
I'm quite a fan of the Warriors 3.
Warriors...
And I am very much a fan of the story where they have to track down and recapture Fenris the wolf.
Yeah, but you wouldn't...
But that'd completely fuck with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Which version of Fandral do you want, though? Do you want the Zachary Levi version of Fandral, or the Josh Dallas version of Fandral?
I don't mind.
Probably Josh Dallas, because Zachary Levi's off to his own.
Yeah, because let's put it like this. I really liked that whole comic series of it, where they go and they have to track down Fenris and all that kind of crap, because I remember one of the... I'm not sure how like comic accurate this would be, but Fandral gets one of his arms completely fucked and broken. And then he just goes, aha, looking for me, I can fence equally well with both hands.
Comics are so dumb.
Which, come on, Fandral's whole shtick is, I'm damn good with a sword.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me that he can...
I think you'll see characters like the Warriors 3 and Lady Sif in the Loki series. I think it's more than likely.
It would be something like that. But I when I first read that comic, I was just thinking of the Princess Bride. I'm not actually left-handed. Neither am I. And I was just thinking of that entire Inigo Montoya duel. And just in my head, I was envisioning, my name is Fandra. You killed my father. Prepare to die. He just fights a six-fingered wolf with a sword. I want that. But I was thinking, it's just, I really like that story, and I want the Warriors 3 to be more developed. Because what happens in the films? They help Thor escape.
Thor says, in some very convincing dialogue that isn't exposition at all, "My friends, do you not remember the adventures we have been on? Fandral, who got you out of that business?"
It's very natural dialogue. Then in the second one, Volstagg does the cup joke. From the first... And then in the third one they die.
Yeah.
Or at least two of them. They all do.
No, they all
But
die.
the Asian one, I know his name, Hogan.
Hogan dies like a fucking boss.
Yeah, he gets an actual fight. But the fat one and Zachary Levi don't.
Yeah, because Hogan...
They just get stabbed and die.
Hogan leads the Asgardian army against Hela, and I'm just like, yes, Hogan!
I mean, let's be honest, that would have been Sif if Jamie Alexander wasn't away filming something else. She was filming something else at the time, so she was scheduling comics that she couldn't do. But that was very obviously, that would have been her. Because you don't just separate one of the Warriors 3 to lead. So I think that would have been Lady Sif if she would, but they had to replace her with Hogan. But that means that Lady Sif is still out there, and I'm down to see more of Jamie Alexander's Lady Sif. She's good in the films. She's good in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when she shows up twice.
I do remember seeing a bit of her in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I did like it because she just landed on top of the fucking plane. I was just like, okay, this shit got wild. I also remember, I regret not seeing any of Balder in Thor. Because you say...
Oh, Balder the Brave.
Yeah. You say you'd like Sif leading that army.
You want Balder the Brave.
say
Balder's like his best friend in the comics, isn't he?
Balder is his brother. Balder is the brother of Thor.
No.
In Norse mythology, and potentially in the comics as well.
No, I'm very sure in the comics he's just like his best friend.
Maybe. But
I don't know why we never got Balder in
There is a very close bond between Thor and Balder. And Balder can only get killed by mistletoe. And I just basically want Hela just to shit all over the Asgardian army and then just stab him with the mistletoe spear.
Ooh, that would have been
because Balder gets killed by Loki just going to a blind Asgardian. Just because in Norse mythology, it's kind of a party trick. They throw shit at Balder and he can't die.
Yeah.
So Loki just goes, gets a mistletoe spear, because mistletoe is the one thing that didn't promise Frigga not to hurt him, because she thought that mistletoe wouldn't do anything because it's fucking mistletoe. I mean, right, what can it do? So he basically got it in his spear, coated it in gold, gave it to the blind...
So is he a werewolf? Or, I don't...
Who?
Balder.
Balder?
Mistletoe hurts werewolves. Doesn't it?
Balder is like an actual Asgardian. He was...
No, I get it. It was a joke, Paul.
I didn't know that the werewolves... Mistletoe, whatever. He gives it to the blind Asgardian and just goes, "Hey, Balder!" Throws it, and then just Balder dies.
And then he died. Okay.
And in the Ragnarok comic, it's actually even better, because basically there's this giant ship of the damned, and what they do is they launch thousands of mistletoe spears at Balder. And then he dies. It's more metal as fuck.
Like 300 style.
Like the arrows.
Yeah.
But mistletoe spears. It's like you just come across a battlefield there and he's got like 7,000 spears like in him.
Very good.
It's I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more establishment of the Asgardian characters because I feel they're very underrepresented.
That's correct.
Be it a film or a TV show, I think it'll work better for a film.
Possibly, yeah.
I want some of that.
Like a Disney Plus original
Get on
film.
that.
I wanted to think of more Star Wars things, but I didn't really. Maybe Knights of Ren, I wouldn't mind. If we don't get much of them in episode 9, I wouldn't mind seeing more than Knights of Ren.
But the thing is with the Knights of Ren, they've kind of been just left.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what I don't want to see anything in between episodes 3 and 4. Can we just stop with that? Please? I mean, I know we're getting supposedly we're getting the Kira show and the Calrissian Chronicles. Yes, that is what it's called.
But do you know what I wouldn't mind?
What would you not mind?
I wouldn't mind. Somewhere between episode 6 and 7.
Hmm?
You know, that period.
Oh, how about you do the Battlefront 2 campaign in live action?
Stop it.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Like, I know there's comics for the build up to the Battle of Jakku.
Yeah.
No, I want some live action shit of the Battle of Jakku. I think that'd be quite cool because that is like Star Wars battle on like it's the scale of the stuff that's done in the prequels.
But why Jakku?
No. It's the scale. It's the scale of stuff done in the prequels, but in the style that is the original trilogy. And I think melding that together would be pretty fucking good.
But why Jakku? Why is it on Jakku?
Do I have to go balls deep in the lore?
No.
Okay.
So I'd like to see on Disney Plus.
Because that's the only way I can explain to you why it's Jakku.
Okay. I don't
want me
care.
to do that? Okay.
I think the obvious answer, sort of, which I think is somewhat likely, although not for 2 years, not for another 2 years. Heroes for Hire, like an actual take Mike Coulter.
Is that the Luke Cage?
Yeah, take Mike Coulter as Luke Cage and Finn Jones as Iron Fist, I suppose, and put him in a show and call it Heroes for Hire.
What about what the hell's that woman's name that's using the comics of Luke Cage? Is it something Knight?
Misty Knight.
Misty Knight. Get her in.
Yeah, get her in. Get Colleen Wing in.
Yeah.
Put
them lot in. That
call it Heroes for Hire. Just do it. I don't need more Jessica Jones. I haven't seen Punisher season 2 yet, but I don't really need more Punisher. Daredevil, you can do whatever the hell you want with. Sure, that's fine. I don't care if you want to carry on Daredevil, but I would like more of that version of Luke Cage and Iron Fist, please, because both their Netflix series ended on sort of cliffhangers, and they kind of need resolving. And
basically,
I just want Heroes for Hire, and I just want them to lean into the comic aspect of it a bit more and have a bit more fun with it. And can you do that? Is that so hard?
I think what we're trying to establish here is that Disney Plus should be used for more world building, more depth, because if you're gonna make big film titles, you'll do that in the public domain. Yeah. If you're doing it for more niche areas, the more kind of world building aspect, put it on Disney Plus. People will pay for it. Yeah. The people who want it will pay for it. Yeah, and if you announce it, they just say, "Hey, all this world building shit for all this stuff is on Disney Plus." Then you're guaranteed to just get some people just go, "More Luke Cage." Yeah. Ooh. I realise that all my Marvel suggestions are just picking up old shows, because I was also going to suggest Agent Carter. Bring that back, that TV series, because why not? I don't know I don't really know if there's a character from the films who I'd want to see a show of that hasn't already been at least rumoured. I'm down for Scarlet Witch and Vision, and I'm down for Bucky and Falcon, and I'm down for Hawkeye if that is gonna happen. What about Cap's War Stories? That might be a stretch too much. Because if you
Yeah,
get too much...
maybe, like, the misadventures of Hank Pym as Ant-Man, but no, I don't really care.
He's not been Ant-Man for long enough. That's the
And also,
thing.
Ant-Man's not got, like, any good villains.
Yeah.
Apart from Egghead, who they just kill off in Ant-Man and the Wasp in a flashback.
Oh, I'm trying to think. What else could Disney Plus be used for?
Sorcerer's the Ancient One.
Potentially.
T'Chaka Black Panther.
T'Chaka Black Panther. The origins of Black Panther.
Mm.
That could be
The
done.
first Black Panther.
The unification of the tribes and the Jabari.
Mm.
That could be interesting.
Nova.
Ooh, like actual Nova the hero, or Nova is in the Nova Corps in the films.
Both.
Maybe Nova the superhero creates the Nova Corps.
Oh, he's a member of the Nova Corps, but he's a special one.
No, I prefer to do it as he founded the Nova Corps, and then like he died giving his life to save Xander or some shit.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'd like to see from them, because I never understood as like, oh, this is the Nova Corps. Where's in the fuck is Nova? Where is it?
Where art Richard Ryder and or Samuel Alexander?
Because I don't know about
Well,
you,
Samuel Alexander's Kid Nova, isn't he?
but whenever I played Lego Marvel superheroes, I like to pick Nova because I like the yellow shit. It looked cool. Okay? Nova, damn good aesthetic, because have you seen this guy's helmet? Look at it!
It's a bucket,
It's cool.
if you say so.
I like it. Also, another thing I wouldn't mind, because it was kind of hinted at. Well, not necessarily hinted at, as in it's going to be on Disney Plus, but kind of hinted at in a film.
Mm.
The OG Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but how much money is Slice still owe?
Fuck that. Right. The thing is, though, if they didn't get Sylvester Stallone,
They could have done it.
they could have done it. But they've got Sylvester Stallone, and now it's going to be really
Yeah,
hard.
but like apart from Creed, what's Sylvester Stallone did? Does he die in Creed 2?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, what is it? They're not doing any more Creed films, I don't think. What's Sylvester Stallone doing nowadays? They ain't doing Rocky anymore. They ain't doing Expendables. He ain't in Predator anymore, so... Oh wait, no, that's Arnie.
He ain't Rambo.
He ain't Rambo.
But, like,
Wait, isn't that also Arnie?
no. Rambo is Sylvester Stallone.
they're all the
Terminator
same.
and Predator.
Yeah, no, I know that Arnie's a fucking Terminator, Paul. I'm not a retard.
Yeah, but like, if they didn't get Sylvester Stallone, they could have done it, and it could have been great. But Sylvester Stallone is so iconic.
Yeah, but also like Miley Cyrus as a robot head.
Fuck it, she could just voice act a robot.
And then you'd have to like de-age Michelle Yeoh
And also,
Michael Rooker and
Yeah.
that CGI Dragon Man thing. You'd have to do that. That's why, like, as much as I'd like to see a Rocket and Groot show, it's not going to happen because CGI characters are expensive.
It's also, the thing is with the OG Guardians of the Galaxy, it's just which version do you do? Like, which ones do you include? Do you
There
include
can
Star
be
Wars?
one where Charlie 27 is basically in a bondage suit.
I liked the OG Guardians of the Galaxy story because there was one of them where Starhawk has a brawl with Thor, and it's basically pointed out that Starhawk is just like, yeah, fuck Mjolnir, I can pick that up.
Oh.
Because Starhawk is my fucking Starhawk.
Can we have Beta Ray Bill, please?
Also, that's a good point. More Asgardian world building.
Shit, what about
Okay.
Sakaar? Do Grandmaster on Sakaar. The Contest of Champions. Come on. Don't tell me you don't want to see Bybeast take on Beta Ray Bill
Yeah, I kinda
and
do.
Man Thing.
I kind of do.
Yeah?
I kind of like.
Don't tell me you don't want to see how Doug went out.
Oh, I don't know that champ. But the thing is with that though, imagine the CGI.
I don't care, Paul!
What, you want a film of that?
I want a short, like, 4-episode TV series where it's just a bit of dumb fun.
Jeff Goldblum would do that.
Jeff Goldblum would down for fucking.
He would so do that. Taika Waititi would do that. He's already in. He's already in the Disney Plus club because he's directed at least one episode of The Mandalorian.
I'm trying to think of like stuff that because Marvel world building.
Yeah.
Star Wars, all you can do now is world build.
Yeah.
Because like they've got the mainline film series. Please, for the love of God, don't fuck up episode 9. Please. After The Last Jedi.
I think it'll be good, alright? You know why? Because The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi were both good.
Please don't do this to me. Force Awakens, I will admit, damn good film. I rewatched it fairly recently, and my God, is it gorgeous! Oh, such a good looking film.
But it's just this is episode 4 again.
Shut up.
You know what? I agree. I think they definitely just remade episode 4 and went, oh, how about we just do that again? No one will know, and it'll be a great way to make like it's intentionally designed to make you think of episode 4. They made money out of your nostalgia. That's totally intentional.
Are we also kind of forgetting that episode 1 is sort of kind of a remake of episode 4?
I don't remember the pointless 20-minute CGI race sequence in episode 4, but sure, if you say so.
Come on. Slave boy on a... well, sort of is slave boy on a desert planet, Jedi, magical adventures in space.
Who's the Jar Jar Binks of episode 4?
Well, fuck it, Anthony Daniels. Even though he's in episode 1 as well. I don't give a shit.
Who's the Jar Jar Binks of episode 1? Anthony Daniels.
Well, he's as annoying, if not more so.
Ooh.
Except Jar Jar has more interesting fan
You know when he was
about
like tweeting random cryptic shit and it turned out it was just an announcement of a fucking book he was writing? Yeah. Everyone thought he was trolling people like teasing an episode 9 title. Nope, I wrote a book. Oh, well, thanks for being alright.
Fuck you, Anthony Daniels. Fuck you, no one likes you.
Calm down.
Anyway, okay. But Force Awakens is gorgeous. Yeah, okay, it is a bit episode 4-esque, but are you really complaining?
It's still good.
It copied episode 4. You know, Star Wars episode 4, like the kind of top, very high tier of film.
Is it?
In terms of what
is the original trilogy a bit overrated?
I'd
say yes.
Potentially, but whenever you watch A New Hope, do you just go, this is shit?
No.
Exactly.
But I don't go, this is a masterpiece.
I don't say this is a masterpiece either, but it's not. Good film. They're all good films, they're just not...
Except Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. And the vast majority of Phantom Menace. Revenge of the Sith,
it's passable.
Revenge of the Sith, I will stand by. I like that.
It's just... there's enough redeeming qualities that I don't hate it as much as I hate the other two. But it's not good, is it? I'd rather watch Solo.
I'd rather watch Rogue One.
Well, yeah, I'd rather watch Rogue One.
That's a good film. But, the thing is, though, that's... Star Wars, they've got to... They're oversaturating some areas of Star Wars. They've done episode 1.
Yeah.
They've done episode 2.
They have.
And then they've done
bits between... episode 3.
No, they've done bits between
and then they did episode 4.
Yeah, no,
and then they did episode 5. And then...
They did episode 7. No,
episode 6
you've got to think of the period.
Because it's got Ewoks in it?
They've done the Clone Wars between episodes 2 and 3.
You mean like a TV show?
That's also coming back.
Yes. That'll probably be on Disney Plus, won't it?
Yeah, it is going to be on Disney Plus.
Alright, sorry, mate.
It's not going to be Cartoon Network, is it? That's the whole reason why it got fucking cancelled. Anyway, they did the 2 Clone Wars thingies. That was between episodes 2 and 3, and then between episodes 3 and 4. God knows they've done so much. There's Rebels, there's Solo, there's Rogue One, there's fucking Forces of Destiny. I don't give a shit. Stop.
The Calrissian Chronicles?
After the Calrissian Chronicles and Kira's story, please, for the love of Jesus, stop doing things in there.
Honestly, if they make a Rondo series and they don't call it the Calrissian Chronicles, I won't watch it. I probably will eventually, but I will refuse initially out of pure spite. Like, to set that up so perfectly and not call it that. I swear to God, honestly, if they don't do that, I will be so mad. I will be so mad.
You'll be livid. Okay, because, like, after you've done those two, please just leave the gap between episode 3 and episode 4 alone. You've done more than enough. Then there's...
But what do we know about Boba Fett?
Stop. Please, you're going to make me cry.
When's the Mandalorian set? Is that between 6 and 7?
I think it's between 6 and 7.
Oh.
That would be interesting, because there's finally some fucking world building between the two of those. Maybe the adventures of the rebellion between episodes 4 and 5. That might be interesting.
I like to see the adventures of Darth Vader spinning TIE Advance between episodes 4 and 5. Episode 1, it just spins. Spins.
No.
For 45 minutes.
Make the Robot Chicken sketch canon.
Just make all of Robot Chicken canon.
No.
I didn't get calamari because Mon Calamari was a species and I did not know that.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna need to use your car. No, in the shop it is. I literally just saw it outside.
Right, okay. You gotta make certain...
I actually love Robot Chicken.
You've got to make certain Robot Chicken things canon. Okay.
Yariel. I just want a Yariel Poof series now. Thanks, Paul.
The Adventures of Yariel Poof. The conversation between Darth Vader and Palpatine after he's... What the hell is an aluminum falcon?
Okay. I love you too.
I love you too.
I did an audition, right? And I had to do one of the things, so it was 2 monologues and then like a devised monologue. And my devised piece, I did it where it was like, so I was doing some pretentious thing, then interrupted it with a phone call. I feel like I've probably mentioned this before.
You haven't. I haven't heard this.
Okay, so I then it gets interrupted by a phone call from my mum. It doesn't actually, I'm just acting. And then I pulled that joke from the Robot Chicken sketch and put it in the... Okay, I love you too. I literally ripped it off and put it in my piece, and then I still got a no from the play. But it doesn't matter. Whatever. What were we talking about? Are you trying to argue that The Last Jedi is not a good film?
No, I'm done trying to argue that with you. I've given up.
Good.
But what I'm saying is, just stop doing things between episode 3 and 4. Don't do anything more between episodes 2 and 3. Just do something either pre-episode 1 or...
Isn't there like 10 years between episode 1 and episode 2?
Yeah.
Why don't you just...
Do the Adventures of Anakin and Obi-Wan?
No. Watto, Jango Fett, Zam Wessel.
Potentially.
Evan Sleaze Bagano. Who's that, you ask?
He's at the death.
Hey,
you
want to buy some death sticks?
Do you know when he went home and rethought his life? He went back to selling death sticks. Because he didn't think it was worth anything. I'm not sure if that's canon anymore. But just give us some extra stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe make Empire's End sort of canon. Maybe do a bit of...
What do you mean it's a death stick?
I don't know, I think it's like the Star Wars version of heroin.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. It's definitely not weed.
It's definitely a drug, though.
It's not weed, okay, because it fucks you up.
It's definitely, like, hard drugs.
It's like, yeah, I think it is basically that.
But, like, why would anyone go, yes, I think I'll have a death stick, please?
Because there's explicitly a drug trade in Star Wars and in spice.
Yeah, but death stick?
Yeah, it's heroin.
Come on!
It's heroin. It's heroin.
Anyway.
It's Star Wars heroine.
Star Wars heroine.
Even though Star Wars is my heroine.
Sorry, I thought Rey. She's the only Star Wars heroine I want.
I like Daisy Ridley.
She's a good character.
I like Daisy Ridley.
You what?
I like Daisy Ridley.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the Mary Sue thing.
Oh, it's a good job she's not one then.
Okay. Is this you being sarcastic?
No, this is me being genuinely serious.
Okay, yeah.
Everything Rey can do is explained.
Because let's put it like this. Jedi, what are they? Rather accomplished pilots. What is she? Very strong with the Force. What can she do? Fly. Rather well.
Yeah?
How is that Mary Sue-ish? How?
Wait, are you saying she's a Mary Sue?
No, I'm not saying she's
Oh,
Mary
I thought you were saying she was a Mary Sue.
No, I'm saying I'm not a fan of the arguments online that she's a
I'm
Mary
not
Sue.
a fan of those either.
Oh my.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah.
No, you're not my best friend.
Oh. No, but like, can we just go on to the arguments that Rey's a Mary Sue? No, she's not. Everything that she can do has been established that comes with Force powers.
Oh, it's not like the first thing you see her doing in the film is scavenging a fucking spaceship.
Yeah, she knows her shit. She knows her shit.
Like, yes, alright, it's not the same as the Millennium Falcon, but, it's still from the same time period. She seems confident enough that she can fly the quads jumper. Finn goes, we need a pilot. She says, we've got one. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she's flown ships before, just because she's never gone off planet.
Do you want to know what's interesting about that statement, Jonathan?
What?
In the film, she says, I've flown ships, but never off planet before. Oh, fancy that.
It's not like she points at the Millennium Falcon and goes, that's junk, which clearly must insinuate that she's been and inspected the Millennium Falcon before. It's not like Han Solo mentions a thing that's been modified to the Millennium Falcon and she goes, yes, Unkar Plutt did that. I thought it was a bad idea too. It's not like she knows the Millennium Falcon. And also, she's Force sensitive. It's not like Han Solo was able to fly it to asteroid fields where there was a very small probability of them surviving, as displayed by Star Wars, the professional Star Wars dickhead C-3PO.
Let's put it like this.
He doesn't even have the Force!
Rey is not Mary Sue.
But how would she know to do the Jedi mind trick if she's never had any training? Because she's heard the stories of the Jedi and the Sith. It's not like when Han Solo goes, that's all true, she goes, what? What's a Jedi? So clearly people know what their mind trick is. Also, it doesn't work first time, does it? It takes her a while to try it, to get it right.
Let's put it like this. She's been told, or she's heard stories of Jedi
Yeah.
and Sith, and I'd imagine she thought they were rather outlandish. But when you hear Han Solo, someone who is well known for accompanying a Jedi on his adventures, just go, yeah, it's all true. Like, everything you've heard is true. And then she just goes,
I know, even the bit when I was blind, when I hit Boba Fett and he hit the sail barge and then fell in the... So I know, but it's true.
So the mind tricks that she might have heard of just go, well, if that's possible, then it's kind of hint that I might have Force powers.
And also, maybe she's heard of the Force. But if you don't think it's particularly real, it's just kind of a kid story.
Let's put it like this.
But let's be honest.
Kylo Ren says to her, yeah, she's fucking strong, but she's untrained.
Like, maybe, as a kid, you'd be like, the Force? And you'd try it. You just would. But that doesn't mean you'd know how to use it. But Rey gets called, like the lightsaber calls to her. Surely that would kind of...
Insinuate.
Yeah, this is what the Force is, and that kind of sort of unlocks it within her, and then she's kind of got more of a grasp of how to use it.
Because it's throughout the film, it's continually established that, yeah, she's pretty fucking strong with the Force. I mean, what does it start with? Her flying the Millennium Falcon extremely well. She doesn't need to be Force sensitive to do that. Han Solo's not Force sensitive, and he's...
Well, there is an online theory that he is Force sensitive, but...
Yeah.
It's not explicitly stated in the film, so it doesn't...
Also, I've also heard the argument that in Solo, Han Solo is not a good pilot, it's L3 that's actually a really good pilot. And I'd just like to debunk that by saying, L3, no, she's got all the navigational charts and shit. She don't actually fly the goddamn thing.
My favourite scene in Star Wars was when the Millennium Falcon flew itself. Oh wait, that's not how it works!
Because I remember I think it was game theory or film theory, saying that Han Solo, big scammer, he can't actually fly it that well. It's L3. She's got the best navigation systems, and I can't help but remember when I was watching that film, just go, right, do you understand how the navigation systems and stuff?
But hey, that's just bullshit.
Because the navigation thing in Star Wars, yeah, it's shown she can fly the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And she's also got the best navigation system. Does it say that her skills of flying are uploaded to the Millennium Falcon? No. What is uploaded to the Millennium Falcon?
The navigation.
The navigation shit that she's got in her.
Navigation is the only thing you need to fly. But I mean, I've tried driving before. I turned the sat nav on; it was fine.
Yeah, I turned the sat nav on and it drove for me because that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Oh wait, no, it's not.
It doesn't. L3 just gives Han all the information he needs in order to fly well. L3 gives him the routes he needs. Basically, L3, very good sat nav.
But how would Rey know how to use a lightsaber? It's not like we're explicitly shown in the film that she's competent at using a melee weapon or anything. Admittedly, it's a bit different, but when she goes toe-to-toe with Kylo Ren, it's not like he's been shot with Chewbacca's bowcaster that has been explicitly stated multiple times throughout the film that it causes serious damage.
Also, people calling Kylo Ren a pussy. I'm sorry, he tanked a shot from the bowcaster that explodes people.
And then basically walks it off.
Do you want to know how he heals himself from it? He fucking punches it. Do you know
just whacks it.
You know that's kind of sort of a theory that dark side pain.
But
more powers.
That's just a theory.
The thing is though, when I remember when watching the film, because I'm basically a giant Star Wars nerd, I tried to figure out what form Kylo Ren fights with. Style of lightsaber combat. Because they say,
he doesn't have one.
He's because they say, he didn't finish his training under Luke. I'm sure he would have got up to Force lightsaber fighting styles. And I'm going to say, no, I think he did.
Also, right, I'm sorry, that's the thing. Why would Kylo Ren not beat Rey in a fight if he was trained by Luke? Yes, because Luke was the best lightsaber user in all of Star Wars. It's not like he quit his training early, and the only time you see him competently use a lightsaber is when he literally just wails on Darth Vader with it or anything.
Yeah, because I remember watching it and I'm thinking, okay, this is maybe one of two lightsaber fighting styles. It's either Form 1, which is, I don't know if you know this. Do you know what it's good against, Form 1?
What's it good against?
People with guns. Not people with lightsabers. Because that's why it looks so crude that he's just fucking slashing it everywhere.
Is he Form 1?
I think
Have you just said that? Have I just blanked that out?
No, I think he's either Form 1 or maybe a bit of Form 5.
Oh my god, there's 5?
There's actually 7.
I knew it'd be bloody 7.
Do you know Anakin? Do you know Anakin in Episode 3?
No.
Okay. The duel on Mustafar, where it's all aggressive and shit, and it's all powerful strikes. That's Form 5.
Okay.
So I think he's a bit of that. Because there's no finesse to it.
No.
It's just fully wailing on it. And I think Rey is also very much that style as well. Because...
Rey's got no training, just like the slashing melee, going mental style is what you do.
She has
really no
experience fighting with a staff, and people just go, fighting with a staff is not the same. Right, okay, it's fighting with a stick, but you can only grab it with one end. Do you not think she tried that? Do you not think she's trying to club someone at some point in her life? Really? She's had to defend herself. I think she got to the point where she'd just gone, hang on a minute, she's experimented with a bunch of shit and she found out I'm pretty good with using the staff one. I mean, albeit I can like base bat someone in the head if I need to. It's just okay, I can't grab it anywhere now. But saying that, one thing I do want to see in episode 9, I want Rey to have a double-bladed lightsaber.
Do you?
I do.
What colour?
Blue.
Blue?
Blue.
I want Rey to have, not necessarily double. I'd like it to be a turquoise. I'd like a straight mix between green and blue.
I don't think I'd like her to have a green lightsaber.
It's not green. It's turquoise. Completely different.
I think I'd want it blue. Because that's kind of like the colour that I'd associate with it. Despite the fact that the only lightsaber colour she's used is blue, I think maybe a paler blue.
That's what, yeah.
A very pale-ish blue.
Like a cyan.
That'd look good. And I especially want it to be double-bladed because, like, then there can't be the argument, oh, she wouldn't know how to use it. I'm sorry, she fights with a fucking staff. Give her a staff lightsaber. Boom, done. She's pretty good with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. I think the double-bladed lightsaber is Darth Maul's thing, but that's... I mean, there's probably... I know there's, like, the... Inquisitors, is it?
Inquisitors use them, sort of.
Yeah, but
Krell uses them, sort of, but they're more basically clubs.
Yeah, so, I'm you know, but...
Just to be honest with you, I kind of see Rey as the aesthetic as Satele Shan from the Old Republic. She's, like, the way that Rey looks is very reminiscent of her, like, kind of the sort of jacket-type robe and the hair done up in the buns.
Yeah.
That's very much that, and she uses a double-bladed one. And it looks all graceful and shit. That's kind of what I expect Rey to form into. Sort of a homage to, you remember this badass Jedi?
No.
Okay, fine. You see how, look, Rey looks kind of cool now. And the Star Wars fans just go, like the proper nerdy ones, will just go, oh, is that kind of a nod to her? The most badass Jedi
but they'd
from
also
the
go,
Old Republic.
oh, why is a girl so powerful? Oh, Mary Sue!
It's just...
Why doesn't make Skywalker perfect so like he is in the dumb comic books?
Because can you imagine the cross-bladed lightsaber going up against the double-bladed lightsaber? I mean, that would be kind of cool aesthetic, because then the cross guards might be able to do something like he parries it and then has to parry the other one. I just want it to be cool because, like, they've established that these are two like Force heavyweights going up against each other. And this one's been given a unique weapon. Give her a unique Star Wars weapon, and just watch them.
Maybe like a bent hilt, like Count Dooku.
I don't think that would quite work with her, considering Count Dooku's is very fencing. It's incredibly fencing styled. It's one-on-one. You versus me, that's it. And she hasn't quite got the training for that.
Fair enough.
So I'm just expecting like double-bladed, maybe more staff-esque fighting. But that is something I want to see from it. I'm very interested to see where they take the lightsaber, or they might just go force powers. Fuck it. But one thing I do like, people say that Rey's overpowered. I'm sorry, that one Praetorian guard shits on her in that duel.
Yeah.
Like
although that duel is kind of ruined by the fact that
the Praetorian Guard with like the two knives, blades, one of them is just kind of CGI'd out, because otherwise he would have just been able to like stab Rey in the back and it would have been over. So they just CGI'd it out, and once you notice it, you can't unnotice it, and it's like, oh.
But the thing is, I like it kind of because it's established that they're very skilled. It's just that they're not skilled enough to beat the Jedi. Because Kylo's fighting three of them, and he's having difficulty because they managed.
He gets thrown around.
They start off with 8. They whittle it down to 4 in the big melee in the beginning.
Yeah.
Then it's Kylo on 3, and Rey on 1.
Yeah.
And that one with the double knives.
No, it's the one with the kind of whip one that pulls it.
That's
his arms, isn't it? And
slices her arm.
So it is 5 of them. There are 5. They get rid of 3. There are 5 of them. 3 of them go on Kylo. It's the double knife one that I really like.
But she takes that
It's
Well, I can't remember exactly.
it's the double knife one that I kind of like because it just she fights the whip one who kind of reels her in.
Yeah.
Like that, I found that metal as fuck.
It's like the moment in Mission Impossible Fallout when Henry Cavill reloads his guns. You know, the bit from the trailer when he does the arm thing.
He like cracks his knuckles. That's how
he reloads his guns. It's sick.
I prefer it to be like the kind of stabbing yourself to get through to another person or shooting yourself to get through to another person. So it's causing you pain, but it's like because he basically wraps himself in the electro whip that can go against lightsabers.
Yeah, but their arm guards are lightsaber proof. So,
but they're great. That was a good one. I also like the fact that it was Kylo on 3. He's struggling, and it's Rey on 1, and
there's only 6, isn't there?
There's 8.
No, because there's only 3 types and there's 2 of each.
There's 8.
There's 8.
There's 8.
You telling me there's 8?
There's 8.
I swear there's only 6.
There's 8.
Okay, fine.
Because there's 4 types of weapon.
Nah.
There is.
Nah, because the twin blades are 1.
Whip.
Twin blades, whip. Blade, staff.
Yeah. There's two types of staff.
No, there's one that's like it's the twin blade.
No.
But they split.
No.
I just feel sorry for the people who watched that and didn't just like get enjoyment out of it. Like the bit at the end of Rogue One when Darth Vader just murders all the rebel troopers. Like, come on. That was such a great scene. Anyway, you know, that's enough Star Wars.
8 of them.
Ranting for what? No.
8 of them.
Oh fuck! This is Wikipedia. I can't argue with this.
You can't argue with Wikipedia.
What have I done?
You zoomed it. No, give it here.
God damn it, Paul! Why is your technology so retarded?
Right. Okay. You see that? Okay. Double swordy thing.
Yeah. That splits apart. Into...
Double swordy thing.
Okay.
Big
blade.
Big blade on a stick.
He's got the whip.
Big blade on a stick. Big blade on a stick. Whip. Different blade on a stick. Different blade on a stick.
Shit, man.
Right, okay. 8 of them. You believe me now?
But there's helmet designs.
The helmet designs.
There's only 3 helmet designs.
No, there's 4 helmet designs.
What's the other helmet design?
There's that one with the double bladey ones.
Right.
There's that one with the less big blade on a stick.
There's overbite, underbite, roof head, and what's the other one?
Kind of like a sort of visor-esque thing.
Man.
Okay? That's... Right, okay. They're cool. They're used so well, even though one bit of the choreography really pisses me off.
Yeah, when they
miss. Anyway, I pity the people who can't find at least some enjoyment in the new sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
It's fucking Star Wars.
I remember seeing a thing where Ryan Johnson was defending himself from something, and there was kind of valid criticism against it, but it was someone who put about being abusive towards him, like it wasn't acceptable to be abusive. And then someone else replied, like, how would you define abusive? You mean like ruining a character who was a hero for a whole generation of kids? It's like, well, no, because that's not what abusive means. That's you being petty and immature.
Oh, it's so ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous. Just enjoy it. You're
like burnt out after that.
What, humans have existed for thousands of years and you're alive at the same time as this. Stop complaining, enjoy it.
There are more important things that you should be funding than a remake of The Last Jedi. To get rid of it from
Please tell
canon.
me that's actually not a thing.
That's not... It's not happening anymore, I don't think. That's gone quiet.
Please tell me that wasn't a thing.
No, that was a thing.
What the fuck?
I
mean, I'm not a fan of The Last Jedi
there was a petition. There was a petition that you could put money towards, I believe, to remake The Last Jedi, to get rid of the film that was made from the official canon and remake it. And people put money towards it. And obviously it never happened because Disney would never let it happen. I don't think it got enough support anyway. But it's like, get over yourself.
I'm not the big... Alright, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
Still a Star Wars film.
I think out of our friendship group, I probably like it the most.
You do like it the most.
But that's kind of because I like being edgy. I do like it.
You're not as balls deep in Star Wars as the rest of us. Specifically me, Patrick and Don.
Yeah, but I think even if I was, I would still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I still like it as much as I do.
I'm
only really not like as into Star Wars as much because I haven't really had access to like the Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff. If I did, I would have watched them and I would be into them, but I just haven't been able to as of yet.
And the thing is, it's just stop. Like I think, even though it does devolve into this all the time, we do need to address on how to properly criticise films. I think that should be a topic that we sometimes meander onto.
A film criticism masterclass, or should I say, MasterCast? Ooh,
would that be an idea for episode 17?
Oh yeah, because 16 is the Captain Marvel.
Or we could edge that onto the end of it and do a proper film criticism.
I'd ask for feedback, but we never get any, so...
Fuck it, we'll do
That's what we're doing, you know, so...
it's like the episode 10, you're going to enjoy it.
Well, I suppose we can... if we do like a proper in-depth thing on that, and with any kind of news that happens, we'll push back.
Yeah.
Unless it's really important that we need to...
Maybe just like kind of drop it in the middle, and then... Or drop it at the beginning, and then...
Yeah,
but
quickly talk about it.
Yeah.
Which is more or less what we usually do anyway.
Yeah.
So
how long have we managed?
Are we done?
Jesus Christ!
I know. Yeah.
This is what happens when we talk about things.
When we have a mode about Star Wars.
/ just
praise
Marvel.
it and yeah. Okay, so that's that for this week. So we're gonna leave it there.
I think we will.
We haven't plugged the Instagram yet. Go
at
plug
MasterCast Official.
And at the _master_cast on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know where to find us. Chris, you never... No one's gonna...
Oh, fuck it.
Right, no, seriously though, because I think the next step is getting more exposure. I don't even know how we're gonna do that.
Neither do I.
Not that people generally respond to these types of things.
Some people have suggested that I use the Instagram account and then just follow a bunch of people that I'm following, but...
Yeah, but I kind of want to get it to places outside of, like, people we know. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe, like, message... I'll think of something and I'll talk to you about it. Because I have maybe a couple of ideas.
So, if anyone does have any suggestions...
let us know.
We probably won't get anything, but yeah, if you do, feel free. We'll take your advice, probably, maybe.
It's more than likely we will.
Yeah.
So...
Have we done for
I think that's right.
I hope you enjoyed. It was a very ranty episode this week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I did a lot of kind of internal screaming.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
At what?
The fact that DC ruined Cyborg.
Was that what you were doing throughout?
Oh yeah. When you were talking about Game of Thrones, I was just
going.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Right, we'll end it there then. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week. Probably, maybe, definitely. Who knows? We probably will though, because we're very reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a schedule sorted out, man.
I know. We're in March now.
Good God.
And we've not missed a single week.
Jesus.
Do you remember when we
couldn't get
a schedule going? Ah,
God, how we've matured.
That takes me back in the good old days of playing Battlefront 2 whilst we were...
Oh, God. I'm glad we've moved on from that, because all you could hear was the
we spent
controller.
half an episode playing Injustice. Why did we do that, Paul?
I don't know.
Why did we do that?
I don't know, because we were talking about games more than we've moved on to film and TV.
Yeah, because I'm not massively a gamer.
So...
Although I do identify as a gamer girl. Okay, so we'll see you. Bye!